Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is News 10 ABC in the morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Christina Arangio.
I'm Ryan Peterson. Here's a look at what we're working on for you this morning.
Blizzard warning in effect for the majority of our area. Nick will tell us how long this is expected to last, and we will give you a look at the roads. We have you covered this morning with our crews all over the area. And this could be an historic storm. We're talking about maybe top 5 the Albany area has seen, right?
That's right.
Yeah, here it is. It's already snowing across much of the area. Most areas, in fact, are now already seeing flakes. And these areas where there's darker blues, including much of the capital region, indicating a more moderate snowfall rate. Now, we have not yet started seeing the blizzard conditions.
See you soon. We want to get you up to speed on the top stories trending this morning.
And obviously all about the blizzard this morning, right? So we're going to take a look at what looks like outside. Christina Ernie out driving around in the mobile storm tracker. You know, you're heading through Schoharie County earlier. Christina, where are you right now?
Good morning. Well, I'm in the village of Kovalskill now, just traveling along Route 7. Let me give you a look at what the roads look like around here. We have seen a few snowplows trying to clear the roads, but like Nick mentioned earlier, the snow is coming down quite fast, and it's very difficult for the snowplows to keep up with already in the storm.
All the snow heading our way today has Governor Cuomo issuing a state of emergency. He actually did that last night.
Yes,
we know it's all about freeing up resources that are needed.
And Nicole's tracking that from the alert desk and what exactly it means.
Yeah, it went into effect at midnight. We're also seeing a number of counties emailing us right now that states of emergency going to affect Albany County, Schenectady County in these emails that I'm holding right here. This is essentially a call to keep people safe and off the roads. Many county workers now given the day off with a few exceptions for essential employees.
Thank you, Nicole. And with hours of blizzard conditions expected, News 10 ABC has team coverage of the storm all day today with crews keeping an eye on the conditions all over the area.
We're going to send it out now to Rachel Yankunis for a look at how things are in the south. Rachel's been in Hudson this morning. Rachel, it's coming down awfully fast there.
It is, and you know, Ryan, the wind is also picking up, but businesses here are beginning to wake up. Here in Hudson, the Citgo Mini Mart right across the street from the St. Charles Hotel just opened up this morning. There is a thick layer of snow on the roads, though, so if I see cars coming, they are taking it slow. Of course, that is the best thing to do. We've seen a couple of plows come through here, a lot of trucks mainly. There is a snow emergency in place for the city of Hudson. Your car must be parked on the even side until 8 o'clock. Then it should be moved to the odd side of the street. I will have more coverage later on in the newscast. Live in Hudson, I'm Rachel Yankunis for News 10 ABC.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. And the winter storm creating a nightmare when it comes to public transportation.
Yeah, for delays and cancellations, you got to plan for those, right? The storm is already stopping flights at Albany International, as we know, a lot of them. Take a look at the arrival and departure board here. Airlines across the board canceling both incoming and departing flights for the majority of today.
That's not all. Amtrak operating on a modified schedule across the Northeast today. Anyone with reservations strongly encouraged. Check the website or their mobile app to see the train status.
And the same can be said for those of you just trying to get around the capital region. If you rely on CDTA, you're going to want to visit their website or download the CDTA iRide app for information about delays in your route. Snow emergencies in effect in many local communities, if not all of them, and many are asking that people do not park on any city or town streets at all. Here's a look at those places where you cannot park on the street once the snow starts falling. Talking about Amsterdam, Brunswick, Clifton Park, Glens Falls, Lenox over in Berkshire County, Nassau, Saratoga Springs, Schodack, North Adams, also in Berkshire County, Manans, and Schenectady. Other communities are enforcing restrictions with the odd-even rule. We've got all the details posted on our website at news10.com. And you can also stay on top of the blizzard by downloading that Storm Tracker weather app. It was designed for weather situations just like this. And you can get it for free at Google Play in the App Store.
And to some other news this morning, 6:08 right now, police in Johnstown hoping to learn more about 2 suspects arrested for bringing a local man's body all the way to Arkansas. Right now, Virginia Colvin and Michael Stivers remain in jail in Lonoke County in Arkansas. According to Johnstown police, the pair were caretakers to an elderly man at a home on North Perry Street where the 3 lived. Police say they believe the man, around 89 years old, may have died of natural causes, but Colvin and Stivers are facing charges for taking the body and then dumping it at a farm down there.
Got an update on those big old poles that were going up all over the city of Troy. A city spokesperson now saying officials are working with the company that builds the poles to develop a plan which they say better fits with the look, the aesthetics, if you will, of Troy's neighborhoods. The Collar City has faced criticism about those poles from the city council, saying they're too big, they're a safety hazard. Hope is they will bring better cell service, however, to people living in the area with the equipment that's slated to be put on those poles.
It is 6:10 right now and a cold 18 degrees, and we are in the midst of this winter storm now with blizzard conditions that we're going to see for hours today. The worst of the storm will be from 9 until 4 p.m. Heavy, heavy snow. Keep that in mind.
It's a blizzard warning in orange, and it is up for most of the viewing area. Now, this is a rare event for the capital region, and it's an event you need to take seriously. At times today, we're talking about near whiteout conditions. That's where it's impossible to see where you're going. Roads, even major highways, are likely to be completely snow-covered for much of the day today. So, again, today's a day where unless you have to be outside, your best bet is just to avoid it altogether. If you do have to be outside, take it at a snail's pace. I-90 exit 5 Everett Road, you can see that the roads are already snowy, and the worst of the storm has not yet arrived. See these dark blues? That's indicating intense, heavy snow that can quickly add up. This is already at 7 a.m. And now watch for most of the day. Yeah, very, very heavy snow indicated by those dark blue areas. This is at noon, and it continues for most of the day. So we are really going to ramp up those snow totals. This is 10 o'clock tonight. Overnight, the snow breaks up a little bit, but continues. And that'll be the case for Wednesday. We will see periods of snow, snow showers, some additional small accumulations on Wednesday. But most of the snow we're going to get, that's going to be happening today. And maybe over a several-hour period where we pick up 6 to 12 inches quickly. This is what we're talking about. 18 to 24.
Coverage of the blizzard today with crews placed all over our region to bring you the very latest information.
Hourly updates today and tomorrow. We're going to check in with Samantha Damasio right now. She's made it up to Glens Falls this morning. Sam, lots of snow on the ground. How was the drive up?
It was slow going, Ryan. We finally made it to our destination here, though. We're in downtown Glens Falls, right off of Main Street here. You can see there are a few cars out. We've seen a few plows, but you can see there is certainly a coating on the roads here. They are doing their best to keep up, but it is falling steadily. And again, there is a snow emergency here in Glens Falls, and parking restrictions we see sometimes in other cities, odd and even sides. But here in Glens Falls, starting at 5 o'clock tonight, there is no parking at all on the streets here.
Well, we are calling it a blizzard, right? Blizzard warning in effect for most of our region right now.
Nick will have much more on what's in store, what's expected as the day goes on, when that snow will start to slow down. We'll be right back.
Christina Ernie out with our mobile storm tracker, carefully surveying our roads so that you know exactly what it looks like before you head out your front door. Christina, what are you seeing right now?
Good morning. Well, we're just southwest of the capital region. We're in Cobleskill right now, traveling along North Street, one of the neighborhoods right off of Route 7. And I'll give you a look at what some of these back roads are looking like right now. You can see it is a pretty difficult situation. We have seen some plows out on the roadways, but as you can see, roads are still completely snow covered. We're nearing 4 inches already fallen here in Cobleskill.
And News 10 ABC has team coverage of the storm all day today with crews keeping an eye on the conditions throughout the region. We want to go out to Jimmy Marlowe now for a look at how things are in Pittsfield. Jimmy.
Good morning, everybody. So everything here in Pittsfield is how it has been since around 5 o'clock this morning. The snow is falling constantly. It's not falling that hard, and it is white, fluffy snow. I'll give you an example. Let's take a look down at the ground. I'd say we have about a good 2 strong inches of this fluffy white snow that's on the ground right now, and that is because of the weather conditions. Let's take a look at downtown Pittsfield right now. As I said, the snow is falling constantly. As you can see, it's not falling very hard, and the wind is not blowing right now, so the wind chill is not a factor, at least here in Pittsfield. Now, if we pan down to the roadways, you can see that the roads are constantly being covered with the snow, but they have been and are being plowed constantly by the Department of General Services over here in Pittsfield. They've got all hands on deck, all 7 of their plow trucks, and they're even calling in some private entities to help make sure that the main arteries, the main roads are clear for people. So everybody just make sure you leave a little bit more time, because as you can see from the roadways, they are starting to get a little bit brown. They are starting to turn just a little bit muddy. So leave a little bit more time for your morning commute. We'll check in a little bit, you guys, but that's it here in Pittsfield. Back to you.
All right, Jimmy, we hope too many people aren't making that morning commute.
Right.
with everyone being encouraged to stay off the roads.
Sure.
Just heavy snow, gusty winds. You're talking about blinding conditions out there.
Snow arrived early this morning, and now it's going to continue. Heavy at times through the rest of the day today and into tonight, all the way to tomorrow. But by tomorrow, the snowfall will be a little bit lighter in nature. It's not expected to be as intense. So driving conditions should be much better tomorrow than they are today. Very heavy snow possible. The heaviest is expected between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. So again, a big portion of the day, we might be getting very, very heavy snow, ramping up those snow totals in a big way. That's when we'll be seeing the worst conditions from this storm. Will probably be between 9 and 6. So again, if you can avoid it, that's your best bet. Snowfall rates today could approach 2 to 4 inches per hour. That means today's a day where you might look outside on your deck and you have 4 or 5 inches, and you turn around and look back, and then it's almost a foot.
Your AM Express with everything you need to know before you head out the door, but hopefully you don't head out the door today, because we are dealing with what's going to be blizzard conditions for a good portion of today, and that's why we're here to keep you informed.
We have team coverage. We're going to start with our Rachel Yankunis. She's live in Hudson this morning. A lot of snow on the ground there, Rachel.
A lot of snow, Ryan. You can see Park Place here in Hudson covered with a thick blanket of snow. We have seen a few plows drive by and a few salt trucks come through the area. You can also hear them, but this snow is coming down very quickly. I did speak with the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. They tell me so far no reports of any accidents, any downed power lines. So far so good. Just stay off the roads. They were reminding people to please stay off the roads. Also a reminder, if you live or work near a fire hydrant, to clear it of snow. That would really help out the fire departments, any emergency responders, so keep that in mind. Also, you'd mentioned earlier about checking on your elderly neighbors. That is always a good idea. Here in Hudson, there is a snow emergency. Your car should be parked on the even side of the street. Later tonight, move it to the odd side of the street, but right now it should be the even side. Live in Hudson, I'm Rachel Yankunis for News 10 ABC.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Visibility will be near zero at points today. We're talking about wind gusts of 35 miles per hour. Yeah. We're going to check in with more of our crews when we come back. Our AM Express continues with more stories making headlines this morning, and it is all about the storm that we are seeing. Blizzard 2017, Governor Cuomo declaring a state of emergency in New York.
Nicole's at the alert desk with more on what that means for everybody.
Basically, this state of emergency helps ensure that local governments have all of the resources to support any needs that may arise during this storm. It went into effect at midnight. The governor has also told all non-essential state workers to stay home today. He's asking all New Yorkers really just to stay informed, stay off the roads as much as possible. Let the crews get ahead of this and do their job. Speaking of the roads, we have been keeping an eye on it. It is slow going. No specific restrictions at this point, but of course we'll keep an eye on that throughout the morning.
Yeah, here's the snow. It's already widespread, and like I said, from here, it's the rate of snowfall that will change, at times near blinding. 27 today, turning windy, which won't help things. Overnight tonight, 15, 28 tomorrow, and here's one last look at the snowfall forecast, where, yes, 18 to 24 for the capital region and 2 to 3 feet in some of the hill towns.
All right. Hopefully you don't have to travel. Be safe. Thanks so much for watching, but we're not done. We will see you on Fox.
All your local coverage, Fox 23 right now.